the Sixers and the Hawks. It's tied up at 2. We threw away the game 4. I'm so angry. I'm so angry that we lost that game. That was literally there for the taking. If you look at the Hawks, they shoot 30% from 3. The sirens are going off. There's obviously, a big problem in Philly right now. And Trae Young, 8 of 26. Yes, he had 18 assists, but as a Philly fan, that's all you want. The Hawks offense runs on threes and people getting open for it. And nobody really shot the ball well for Atlanta. So I don't think it's going to be the same case for game 5. However, we go to game 5, which is obviously tonight. I'm very confident that the Sixers are going to pull out this win.
Oh, very confident.
Yeah, I'm very confident we're going to win this game. I think we've had control of this series. And to be honest with you, we've let 2 games slip. I'll be really surprised if we end up losing at home. We're at home. We have a good home court record. I suspect we're still going to close this series out in 6 if they stop messing around.
What is Embiid's health status? Or is it always just unknown?
He's still questionable. Every game he's questionable, and he's playing. And let's obviously he's playing with a torn meniscus. I don't know what that feels like, but all I know is that. Huh? What's the oof?
Yeah, oof. That's that injury, playing on torn meniscus.
Yeah, it's obviously no joke, and we're not gonna, the dogs are yapping because they agree as well. But with Embiid, I'm not going to dog him for going 0 for 12 in the second half. It's more of a case. What's the mentality for game 5? We need to come out. We need to be ready. Tobias, you need to shoulder that load if Embiid can't produce on that end of the floor, because he's still going to be effective defensively. Seth has been playing really well for us. And Ben, we talked about picking and choosing your moments. Can you be more aggressive? Can you be better from the free throw line? I like what our bench is doing. It's improved. Shake's really coming into his own. He's starting to play a lot better. Dwight got 7 and 10 last game. I'm confident. I'm confident we can pull out.
So I haven't been watching too much of this series because, again, trying to stay up to watch these late night games during the weekdays is a myth. So I tried to watch at least some of the Bucks Nets, but the others, it's a mission. How often does Ben Simmons post up Trae Young, or get a switch on him where it's Ben on Trae Young and Ben can have some fun? Like, does that ever happen? I'm just always baffled how they don't take a bigger advantage of Trae Young on defense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen as much as I would like to, and that's mainly because of the spacing problem. Because Ben Simmons in the half court is most effective in the dunker spot, and really not on ball. Like you said, he's best within transition. Hence why there's not a lot of opportunities. But now that we have Korkmaz in our starting lineup, run Trae through some screens and stuff, which we have been doing, but it's never going to be the focal point of the offense.
I'm going to throw something out there, and I just want to gauge your reaction. So I remember seeing something a little while back, which was like, Ben Simmons might as well just fucking be a center. He can't shoot threes or anything. He's a great distributor. He's got a center. He's 6'10", but maybe not the biggest. But if he is the defensive guy that people say he is, maybe defend the center position. But how do you feel about Ben Simmons playing a center and having shooters just around him?
Oh, I love it. I love it. If let's say if the Magic did a deal where Ben Simmons was your starting guy and then you built a team around him, I think it could be extremely effective because he essentially could revolutionize that position. Yes, centers are becoming more mobile, but nobody has the ball handling like they do as Ben Simmons. And he's a really good roller. We know that. He struggles in terms of pick and roll handling, but he's effective. He can guard all 5 positions. I think that works really well. It just doesn't work on this team because we obviously have JoJo.
So, as a thing, if Embiid happens to be out or whatever, how would you feel if then Ben Simmons is at the center position? What would be 1, 2, 3, 4? I'm assuming maybe Tobias be at 3 at the 4, because if you always have Tobias at the 4, that's a super small lineup.
As of right now, yeah, you eliminate. Yeah. You go Curry, Harris, Furkan, and then you go Thibault because Danny Green's out, but Danny Green would be in, and that's how you run it. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you Ed, just before we end on this, what do you think about this series?
Again, I haven't keeping an eye on this series as much as the other series, but fair play to the Atlanta Hawks for where they come. I was a bit diminishing what they would do. I thought the Knicks would beat them, and especially with the Knicks' defense, obviously that didn't translate, and Julius Randle's regular season performance didn't translate either. But I think that's the biggest takeaway: the fact that the Hawks are able to stick in there with the Sixers, and also as you were saying, the Sixers letting 2 games go. Are we seeing a little bit of a fragile Sixers team carry on? Was Doc the right decision? Was someone else better to go? Because we're seeing the difference of the Clippers this year in terms of the adjustments that they're making with Ty Lue compared to Doc. How are you feeling overall about your Sixers' chance? You said they're going to win the next game, but how are you feeling for this series and next series?
You've got to realize coming from Brett Brown, it's always going to be better. And let me say something about Doc, right? Doc holds us accountable. He came out in the press conference and he said they out-hustled, outworked us in game 4. And the end of game play, so what happened is Atlanta got turnover. We had the ball. We're down 1. Tobias runs a pick and roll for Joel. It's a wide open layup. And he literally just didn't get the lift on the shot. He missed an open look, which should have gone in. I can't, from where Brett Brown was and drawing out of bounds, which we always get costly turnovers. I think Doc's 100% the right person for us. And
thoughts on this series? How far do you think we'll go, and how far do you think you'll go next series? Or who would you be more worried about next series, the Bucks or the Nets, if you make it through?
Do you know what? I'd 6 and 6 for this series. I still think I'm really confident. The next series,
okay.
Oh Jesus! I mean, it's honestly it's a toss-up because who knows who comes up with an injury. Right now, I'd really want Brooklyn.
I reckon Harden. Let's say Harden will be fully healthy. You still would rather fully healthy Harden and KD ahead of Milwaukee.
I don't think Harden's going to be healthy. I don't think he's going to be healthy. And Kyrie's not coming back as well.
I'm a big Harden fan.
Are you?
Yeah, Kyrie's not coming back. I'm a big Harden fan. I reckon Harden's got an amazing impact on that team. Obviously, when he's fit and healthy, but I love Harden's game. Oh my gosh, he's just again dribble. But fucking hell, that ball goes in the hoop more often than not.
Yeah. Well, we're about to find out. House Lasku, thank you for joining me. We'll be back. Hopefully, I'll be happy. Otherwise, I'm going to be extremely pissed off, and we might see some trades in Philly in the off season. But yeah, from the sixth man myself.
End of second round recap soon come.
Yes, soon come. So yeah, from the sixth man myself and House Lasku, the number 1 seed is over and out.